Well, welcome to the Wisdom Weaving little mini class. I have to tell you, we were so excited to create this set of tools for you, to design these gorgeous oracle cards for you, and to blend a perfume called Wisdom Weave to help you reconnect with your ancient wisdom. If you've been with us for a while, you might remember that we did a wisdom weaving ceremony a couple of years ago, and I have to tell you, the beads from that ceremony, which were a base of smoky quartz, still hang right outside my crystal room at home and are one of my favorite amulets, in that case of protection in my home. And so we all got together and thought, wouldn't it be cool to do kind of an infinite wisdom weave, an infinite empowerment weave with gorgeous lapis beads, and do that together and maybe hang this one in a sacred space, in your meditation space, in your home, that represents learning and wisdom and reclaiming your power and your energy, which is really what this season is all about. So if you have your tools, we're going to do the wisdom weave together. I'm going to teach you my way. And then I'm going to pull a card from you got a set of 10 wisdom affirmation cards. I'm going to pull one for the collective and then encourage you to be doing some wisdom affirmation readings for friends and family and people in your community during the season that we are entering of the third harvest, Samhain, the Celtic New Year, all the different energies that we celebrate in October. And of course, reconnecting with our ancestors, which, they are the storekeepers of our wisdom, of course. So let's just take a nice deep breath. Let's call our energy into present time. I cleared a little bit with white sage before I turned the camera on, but I'm just going to do a little brief clearing now for you. Because anytime we do sacred crafting, it's more than just crafting, right? It's really about the intention, the energy that we bring into the space. And so just briefly releasing any energy that isn't in service to this work that we're going to do together. And just letting that clarity come through the tools as well, because remember, gemstones are bearers, right? They're timekeepers. So they hold the energy of a space that they're in or the environment that they're around. So you don't always have to clear your tools, but it's also nice in that clearing moment to simultaneously infuse those tools with your intention. So the Wisdom Weaving perfume, which is benzoin for prosperity, mastic for inner power, is a gorgeous blue color because there's blue tansy in it. There's also a rare ingredient that we used just for this blend called Moldavian Dragonhead or Moldavian Dragonhead. My family has lineage in Moldavia. My grandmother's maiden name was Moldavidakis, which means house of Moldavia. So it's a very interesting migration pattern in my own family. That was my dad's mom. And so I want you to not just anoint, right, your hands for what you do and your third eye for what you know and your feet to bless your steps, but bring a little bit of that oil through to the sari ribbon as well. That way, wherever you choose to hang this piece, we'll have all of those energies of spirit connection, courage of the heart, ancestral healing and lineage healing, so tied, like I said, to all the work that we're doing together this year. And I do want you to notice there are 8 lapis beads and a clear quartz bead. 8 is the number of infinity. So, everything in the design of these tools was really intentional for you and the magic of this season, so we hope you enjoy them. The first step in wisdom weaving is to set your intention. I'll just briefly open a circle too, because we're not doing a full ceremony, but it is nice to have a tighter container, especially anytime you start to set an intention. It's like, yeah, let's do that. So what is your intention for your wisdom weaving as we tie the sari ribbon around our beads? Think of these as prayer beads in a way. My intention is discernment, visual clarity, spiritual clarity. These are the sort of the two hemispheres, right, of what we call discernment, which is the ability to see not just what's presented to us, but what's actually there, without the lens of projection or, personal desire. Here's what I wish was happening. Here's what's actually happening, right? So in this season, especially coming through the eclipse portal, I find that level of clarity is supportive of my own spiritual development and work. And so that's what this is going to represent to me. And I'm making mine with you, and you got your tools right here at the full moon portal of Aries too, which Aries wants you to have that clarity. Aries is all about the clarity too. So what we're going to do is I'm going to leave about, 6 inches, maybe 5-6 inches at the bottom. I'm going to tie this around the clear quartz bead. And the reason is you want to have kind of a stable base to weave from. Otherwise, as fast as you put this together, it will come apart. And so you can leave about as long as the tassel of the sari ribbon at the bottom. And then I'm going to blow my intention using my breath. Your breath is your life force. You can use saliva. You can just use your thoughts too. So however feels good to you, but I just have gotten into such a habit in my life of using my breath for tools like this. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to weave to the right. So the first aspect of discernment for me is just clarity. You know, a clear lens through which to look at the world. And I want you to say whatever yours is and wrap around the first bead. For me, the second step of discernment is wisdom, right? It's good to see clearly, but we also want to be wise. And hold your beads really steady so that the ribbon doesn't come undone as you turn. The third step for me in discernment is the ability to receive it. You have to be conscious, seers, you know what I mean? Open eyes to the world. And then my fourth intention around discernment is love. That ultimately discernment will bring me closer to one source, right? My next intention around discernment is that through discernment, I will grow. And that growth will be mental, spiritual, and even professional and financial in good ways. And that through it all, I will experience a deeper sense of ease. And I bring that up around the last bead. And now we're going to wind back down through our weaving. And this, you do have to hold everything tight so that it doesn't come undone. So just hold it really tightly as you come back down, reimagining all your intentions as you go. And pulling tightly. Use your breath. The more focused you are in your work, the easier it'll be to weave too. Because you're just fully in this moment, focused on the ribbon and making sure that you're basically, it's almost like wrapping a smudge bundle. And just coming back to each concept with attention, patience, love, gratitude, that we're even here doing this sacred work together. Abundance, flow, ease, releasing anything that feels stressful or not yours, you know, only claiming what we know belongs to us in spirit. And again, just coming back to gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. And that is where we are. And then at the bottom, we're going to take the two parts and tie them together. And as we do this, we say, Amen, Aho. And so it is. And that, my darlings, is a wisdom weave. Now you can use multiple pieces of ribbon, you can get really crafty and really elaborate and intricate, but you don't need to. I think sometimes it's the simplicity and the intention. And what I love is I can see my little clear quartz bead through the bottom here. I don't know if you can see that. If you want to be really picky about it, and sometimes I do, I just cut the other end of the ribbon to sort of true it up with the bottom of the tassel. And then on your wall it goes to represent the wisdom of this season, this year, and also blessings of wisdom in the season and the year to come. Okay, so you got 10 gorgeous cards, and you can read them. I listen deeply and speak mindfully. I surrender to the flow, trust the process, which is always important. I honor and respect the wisdom of my guides. We've been talking about that, which is a gift of discernment too. I embody patience and find peace in the present. Did you do that? I embrace silence and tune into the wisdom of source. I am a source of wisdom and guidance for myself. I trust intuition, inner wisdom, and wisdom's guidance, and I accept change and flow with life's rhythms. Okay, so I'm gonna take just a moment, totally tune in to the energy that's present here, and you're watching now, so we're together. in time outside of time and space outside of space. So for you and me, what is we've spoken to the wisdom weaving today. We've spoken into it. We've breathed the breath of intention into it. What does it want to speak back to us? What do we need to know about wisdom in our lives right now, you and me? What is the message for us today? I listen deeply and speak mindfully. It would be a different world if we did this. It's not always easy to listen deeply and speak mindfully, but it is the work of a lifetime, right? It's what we're here to do. So may your wisdom weaving tools remind you today and always, and we thank our guides for holding this space, to listen deeply, speak mindfully, and appreciate that, at least from this goddess of wisdom, wisdom is one of the greatest gifts we have. And I'll see you soon. Enjoy your wisdom weaving tool.